I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Senator John Kennedy questioned witnesses on Tuesday about proposed reforms to Supreme Court ethics and recusals. The Louisiana Republican opposes such measures and asked witnesses about whether such changes will lead to an undermining of the court. Kennedy also issued a veiled swipe at Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, accusing the New York Democrat of threatening the institution of the Supreme Court on its steps. Kennedy asked all witnesses their take on the leak of a Roe v. Wade opinion authored by Justice Samuel Alito. Let's listen in.
In fact, that answer took me a little bit over it, so I apologize
Sorry.
to my colleagues. Senator Kennedy.
That's okay, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. I've enjoyed your testimony. Professor Frost, I take it that you think the recusal provisions that the United States Supreme Court uses are inadequate. Yeah, I'm interested in learning more about that. Do you think they undermine, they meaning the recusal provisions at the United States Supreme Court, undermine the integrity of the court?
I do, and I think that what is unfortunate is there's some easy ways to fix and change this, which of course is in Congress's hands by adding procedures to the recusal statute.
Right. Let me ask you, what do you think undermines the integrity of the United States Supreme Court more, in your judgment? Its recusal provisions, or a member of the United States Senate going to the steps of the Supreme Court and threatening justices by name if they don't rule the way he wants on Roe v. Wade?
So I take it that this hearing is to consider a bill and to consider possible legislative reform to improving the way the court operates and protecting actually all the Article III courts. So that's going to be the focus of my testimony. And here's what this institution could do.
Yes, ma'am, but first, could you answer my question?
So your question is whether people speaking out against the court is more damaging to the court?
No, wasn't my question. My question is, what do you think undermines the integrity of the United States Supreme Court? The inadequacy, in your opinion, of its recusal provisions, or having a member of the United States Senate go on the steps of the United States Supreme Court in front of God and country and threaten justices by name if they do not vote the way he wants them to vote on Roe v. Wade?
So, Senator, unfortunately, over the last decade, particularly the last 5 years or so, I have seen the court come under attack from so many different sources.
Yes, ma'am, but what about that particular?
I think that's a problem. I would certainly not support a senator criticizing the court. It's also a problem when the Senate of the United States will not confirm a nominee for over a year, leaving the court at 8 justices. And it's also a problem when Congress will not amend existing legislation to improve the process of recusal so that all of the justices can weigh in on a recusal decision and protect the integrity of that court. All of those are a problem.
Let me ask each of you this. You're all students. Well, first, I'm going to call you professor anyway. I think you're qualified to be a professor. Professor Payne, you mentioned ethical misconduct by the United States Supreme Court justices. Can you give me examples in the last 20 years of specific acts of ethical misconduct by the United States Supreme Court justices?
I can definitely send you the allegations of misconduct. In the Supreme Court, the perception of misconduct has the same impact as actual misconduct.
But I'm asking for actual acts of misconduct.
Because there's no body to make the legal decision whether something is actual misconduct, I can't point to a decision that's been made. I can only give you the allegations of the potential misconduct, which includes failure to recuse and improper travel.
Okay. All right.